I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another Team of the Season predictions. This may be one of the last. It's definitely going to be the final major, quote-unquote, league. We're going to kick thins off with Keylor Navas. Not necessarily a goalkeeper, I think. Kind of does deserve it, but not at the same time. Because he plays for PSG, will be there. 11 clean sheets this season. Let's move on to RULLI. 8 clean sheets, 94 saves, which is double that of Keylor Navas. 2 penalty saves and 7.22 match rating. When I say double the saves, sounds impressive, but it's because obviously PSG don't have that many shots against the keeper because the defence is so good. Rajkovic. He has made 69 saves, Kappa, and 12 clean sheets, more than Navas, and of course more than RULLI. 4 more than RULLI. 4 penalty saves, double that of RULLI. So yeah, definitely deserves a shout. Marquinhos is our first defender. We've got quite a few PSG players to get through. 39 tackles, 30 clearances, 10 clean sheets, and 3 goals from centre-back. And I say from centre-back, not really, because he did play CDM for a large portion of the season in different competitions, but we'll let it slide. Thiago Silva, yet another PSG defender. Deserves it less, I would say, than Marquinhos. 28 tackles, 52 clearances, 10 clean sheets, of course, and 26 interceptions. Slightly lower match rating than Marquinhos, but let's be honest, a high-rated player. EA will pick him. ABDELHAMID. This guy sort of plagued my nightmares for a while when I was doing League SPC, but 46 tackles, 94 clearances, double that of Thiago Silva, and nearly, well, yeah, more than triple Marquinhos. 12 clean sheets as well, which is more than both of those PSG defenders. HILTON, 412 years old, 27 tackles, 121 clearances and 8 clean sheets, 67% of grand duels won. That is in the top 10 of the league. That is pretty impressive, especially for a man who is 10 years older than I am. GABRIEL with 41 tackles, 78 clearances, 11 clean sheets, and above 7 match rating. Looks like a very good card as well. Great physicals, good pace. One of those very good Brazilian defenders to go with your Militao. Speaking of Brazilian defenders to go with your Militao, maybe you want to pair him with this fella, Marcelo. 27 tackles, 74 clearances, only the 5 clean sheets because Lyon have not done particularly well this season, but still in with a shout, I'm sure, and one of those players EA will more than likely choose. BERNAT is yet another PSG player to speak of. 4 so far. 42 tackles, 21 clearances, 10 clean sheets, 1 goal, 4 assists. Below a 7 match rating. I think they gave him a winter refresh, so would not be surprised to see him in the Team of the Season. And our final defender, Girotto? No idea. Another Brazilian. 76 tackles, 107 clearances and 9 clean sheets, above 7 match rating. He looks pretty decent as well, to be fair. Let's move on to the midfield. Savanier, a player that missed the first, I think, 4 games of the season, if memory serves, with an injury. Or was it a suspension? I think it might have been a suspension. 52 tackles, 2 clean sheets, 35 interceptions, 7.28 match rating. Pretty damn impressive. He definitely hit the ground running there. KAMAVINGA, who is 12 years of age, 105 tackles, 9 clean sheets. I think he's 16. He might be 17 now. 34 interceptions and above a 7 match rating. So impressive for someone so young. So definitely going to have such a great career, hopefully at least anyway. Let's move on to Idrissa Gueye, a player that has already got a shapeshifter card, but this one would be a CDM. I think his shapeshifter is a centre-back. 94 rated is quite a juice. 65 tackles, 11 clean sheets, 34 interceptions, above a 7 match rating, but nowhere near as desirable as our next player. For me personally, Verratti. I love this guy in FIFA. 1,581 accurate passes, 28 key passes, 8 big chances created and 5 assists. 7.29 match rating. He would fit the meta of this game beautifully because he's got such a low centre of gravity, great defending and great agility to boot. CYPRIEN, who missed the back end of the season through injury, has got 7 goals, 3 assists, 1,096 accurate passes, which of course is 500 less than Verratti, but still quite impressive. 39 key passes, which is more than 11, more than 11. Well done. Let's move on. Golovin, he has managed 3 goals, 4 assists, 50 key passes, so much more than Verratti and CYPRIEN, or so many more, and then 7.18 match rating. Pretty impressive stuff. Would be a really good card actually as well, due to that agility and balance, and of course great pace as well. Difficult to link though. Let's move on to Dimitri Payet. He gets older, but he still manages to perform. 9 goals, 4 assists, 88 key passes, and a 7.83 match rating. That is one of the highest, not the highest, but one of the highest in the league. Such an impressive player. I think he's well in his 30s now, isn't he? Angel Di Maria, speaking of players in their 30s, 8 goals, 14 assists. Some of the highest stats there in Europe for assists, and then 79 key passes with an average match rating of 7.60. There was a time where this card would probably only have been about 200k, but in this FIFA, this card is going to be million coins. He's going to be absolutely insane. Aouar. I love this guy's season objective card. Really good card, but potentially up for a team of the season. It's a bit of an outside chance. 3 goals, 5 assists, 32 key passes, 27 tackles, 28 interceptions, and a 6.89 match rating. Hopefully he gets it, because I'm going to love that card. Yedder is a card that I'm sure a lot of people either want because they want to pick him up, or don't want because they don't want to have to play against him in every single weekend league. Not that you'll probably play weekend league past the ultimate team of the season, but still, 18 goals, 4 assists, 11 big chances created, 35% goal conversion rate, which matches the top of the Premier League. Memphis Depay, 9 goals, 2 assists, 25% goal conversion rate. Not too great, but a 7.68 average match rating is very impressive. He, of course, got an ACL injury toward the back end of the season. Luckily for him, really, that the season got cut short, so it didn't really dampen anything for him. Neymar. He, of course, is going to get in here. 13 goals, 6 assists, 10 big chances created, and 39 key passes. He has got a match rating of 8.04. That is kind of impressive. Didn't he miss a portion of the season as well? Maybe? Don't know. Mbappe up next with 18 goals, 5 assists, 17 big chances created, and only a 22% goal conversion rate, which is unbelievably low when compared to some of the other players in Europe. And when you play for a team like PSG, you would expect it to maybe be a little bit higher. But take nothing away from that card. That is going to be insane. Osimhen, of course, had himself an objective card. I think it was a Future Stars. You had to go through all those hoops in order to get it. He's got 13 goals this season, 4 assists, only a 21% goal conversion rate. He hit the ground running when he basically took over from Pepe and then sort of dried up a little bit, but definitely deserves to be there. Slimani with 9 goals and 7 assists. Again, another poor goal conversion rate at 21%, 7.24 match rating. Would be one of those sort of 88 rated team of the season cards that you end up packing all the time, and by the end of it, you're sick of his face. But still, team of the season nonetheless. And Diallo. There are several players from Metz, the front 3 essentially, that could be up for team of the season. But I've gone with Diallo here with 12 goals, 3 assists. Very poor goal conversion rate of 19% and above 7 match rating. But for a team like Metz to have a striker that good, definitely deserves a shout. Might as well talk about the potential flashback cards, because Jonathan Bamba, who was tipped to do great things when Pepe left, didn't really do anything. Osimhen was the one that had to take the reins. They've got Icone and a few other players in there worth mentioning as well. But Jonathan Bamba, maybe a flashback to last year's team of the season card. And PERRIN, of course, he had, I think, a team of the season in FIFA 17, I want to say. So they could easily give him one of those. But, of course, they will be 2 French players because EA love French SBC. So one of those 2 players with a flashback, potentially. Let's move on to who could potentially be the objective player. And I've gone with a Boanga. Now, he is a very good player. Good link with Aubameyang as well, of course. He's got 45 tackles, 10 goals, 6.79 match rating, which isn't particularly great, but has the potential to be given this sort of 90 to 92 objective card. Not gone with a player moments card as we now progress into the possibles, but I suppose you could arguably take any one of these cards to go into maybe the moments. But Mandanda, 93 rated, it wouldn't really feel like a team of the season without a team of the season Mandanda, would it? 93 rated with 11 clean sheets, 7 match rating. He probably deserves it more than Navas does, to be fair, but we'll have to wait and see what EA decide to do. Let's move on to KAMARA. 58 tackles, 49 clearances, 7.15 match rating. Looks like a very good left back, if we're being honest with each other. That would be an insane card, even if it is only 88 rated. Let's move on again to Kimpembe. I would prefer him to Thiago Silva. He's managed a match rating of 7.10, 33 tackles and 32 clearances. Compared to Thiago Silva, he's actually done probably better across the board in general, but we'll have to wait and see. Meunier, a player that doesn't really deserve to be there at all, if I'm honest, but there aren't really that many right-backs performing that well in the league right now, in terms of stats anyway. 27 tackles, 2 assists, 18 interceptions, has managed above 7 match rating, but still. Let's move on to Rongier. I love this guy. I think he's a really, really good player, very underrated. 7.2 match rating. 1,237 accurate passes with 37 key passes. It must be an omen, and 3 assists. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. Let's move on to Leonard. Not a card that I think will be very good, but still a player that definitely deserves a mention, with 2 goals, 16 tackles, 37 clearances, 3 assists, and a very impressive 7.27 match rating for Strasbourg. Really good looking. Not good looking, but really, well, maybe he is a good looking player. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see for his in-games. But Pierre-Lise Melou, he picked up the reins when Cyprien was out injured. 5 goals, 63 tackles, 6 assists. Very good player in real life. Would be a decent card in game as well. Delort, a player for Montpellier who, I mean, to be fair, Montpellier have got a couple of players who we could mention. Delort being one of them. There are others to speak of as well. 6 goals, 3 assists for him. Before we get to that final Montpellier player, by the way, we'll talk about Benedetto. Bit of a flashback here in a sense, because he's had quite a few decent cards down the years. 11 goals, 7.05 match rating. Not quite that good, but still definitely worth a mention. And finally, might as well talk about him, MOLLET. This guy is a talent, a very, very good player. 6 goals, 3 assists, 7.10 match rating is definitely impressive enough to get himself noticed and into the team of the season. I do like his inform card. I think he's got an 84 rated inform card. Very good player indeed. Would love to see it, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. That is your comprehensive, in-depth look at what the team of the season could potentially look like. Kind of hoping I'm wrong with some of the ratings and that they're higher than I'm saying that they might be. But generally, I think I've gone through as much as I can. Maybe I've left out 1 or 2 players here or there. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below which player you are looking forward to seeing out of that list and which player you think I've left out. You know, I don't mind having a little discussion about that. Of course, put your reasoning behind it as well. If you have enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.